2 people. One person dropped out, right? I think they went to buy something or something. Let's see.
Oh, scared me the sound. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
So, man, put long. Sarah also left the team. PF. Okay, well, only left team E.
I think you can start your
Briefing, yeah.
briefing, Shah.
Okay, can everyone join the VC first? Can I make sure
Maybe I should
everyone's
already
in the
do
No,
it.
you
VC?
should be telling them on Alliance chat.
No, I typed already.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
48 lah.
You say
okay
here,
lah.
they already hear liao.
No, I know, I understand. Just help me type out because I'm answering another question. Okay, anyway, it's 46 already, so I'm going to start the brief. We'll come to our DRS fresh session. This is Sharp here, so I'll be doing the raid leading and callouts for today's fresh session. Subsequent runs may or may not be me, but whatever instructions that we give out for today's session will generally apply for all future runs and all future sessions as well. We generally have a set of rules and guidelines that we try to adhere to while we do our runs lah. Okay, so I'm gonna just start off with a short brief. Okay, while we try to get everyone else in, okay, to save time. Now, today's session is gonna last for 3 hours. Now it is approximately 2 p.m. okay, on my time. So I'm at +8 GMT. So in about 30 minutes, no later than 13 minutes, we will try to get the session started. Okay, the organizers who are assisting with the run today will be scrambling to pull in reserves at this point of time. Okay, do note that one of the few things that we want to emphasize on is punctuality. So usually when we organize a run, we set up certain rules like, okay, we will set up PF 1 hour earlier for people to start joining. We put up the password, okay, people join. By 15 minutes before the actual runtime starts, we will start to pull in reserves so that we can get the alliance sorted before the actual start of run. Okay, so that we don't like delay beyond the runtime start. Okay, we wait until 2 o'clock and then we ping for reserves for people, right? We will drag by another 15-20 minutes lah. Okay, so thank you very much for those who have made the effort to come in on time. Okay, if for whatever reason in future, if you are in a run and you cannot make it on time, you can ping Frostbot and inform us your reason and how long you will be late. Okay, generally speaking, if let's say no, or you can only come in maybe 5 minutes before the run starts, but you let us know, we will hold the spot for you. However, for players who do not inform us and they don't show up before 15 minutes, do understand that your spot will be given away to someone else. Okay, you will not be guaranteed a spot even if let's say you come in 5 minutes before the run starts, but you did not inform us, your spot may have been given away to a reserve because we cannot wait for everyone to slowly come in before the run starts. It will just waste everyone else's time. Okay, so kindly understand this. We have had cases in the past, people like 3 minutes before the run start, they just ask, oh, why is there no spot for me in this team? We already switched them, pull in a sub already. Okay, so do understand this. I seek your cooperation for this and don't make life difficult for the organizers. They are already doing a lot of work in the back end to arrange all of this. People like not showing up or turning up late at the last minute makes their life harder as well. Okay, so hopefully you all understand this for future sessions. Okay, now next, for today's fresh session, okay, we are running, I think 44 newbies lah, okay, 44 new players. So hopefully all of you here, or most of you here, would have read through the guides, look through Auntie Barry's videos. Okay, they are all in the Discord. They are all in the guides section. And you have had a rough understanding of what to expect from today's fresh session. we will try to minimize. Okay, I will try to minimize explanation time. Okay, but most of the people who run with me, they understand that I like to talk a lot. Okay, and sometimes I get carried away. So I'll try my best to minimize on exposition timing. And we'll try to get in more prop time or practice time as much as we can. Okay, but having said this, there will be certain things that I will try to emphasize because it is very important, as well as it is common mistakes that people make lah. So I will try to explain this so that you don't make the same mistake and then we all have to wipe and then we all have to restart and wasting everyone's time as well. So I'll try to talk a bit about the common pitfalls and issues that we face after having run this DRS for like more than a year now. So we've encountered quite a lot of different situations. People forget do this, forget do that. This is the common issue that crops up. Yeah, I'll try to explain all of this for today's fresh session. Okay, now next thing, for today's fresh session, we are expecting to see, okay, what did Uncle Liorit say? I think this is B1 and then B2 just throw to the wolves, something like that. Okay, but generally speaking, we will expect to do slimes and golems, which is the trash phase prior to the first boss. And then we will attempt to clear boss 1 as well. If we go past boss 1, it is considered as a bonus. Okay, so today's session is primarily focused on boss 1. Or if by some chance or miracle, okay, we clear boss 1, we will proceed to Dahu, and then we will just YOLO and just wipe at boss 2. Okay, this is the expected what we are aiming to achieve for today's session. So it's mainly to practice on slimes, golems, boss 1, and then maybe you can sort of consider Dahu. If let's say we can start to consistently clear boss 1, we will clear Dahu and then just wipe to boss 2 and then come back and practice boss 1 again. Okay, so do understand that anything beyond boss 1 is considered as bonus. We want everyone to be capable with boss 1 mechanics and the boss 1 fight, okay, before we progress further. Okay, subsequently, in future runs, if I'm not mistaken, the organizers will be holding another session of boss 1 fresh. Okay, and then if we have a large enough pool of players who are boss 1 competent, we will move forwards into boss 2, boss 3, boss 4, and so on for future sessions. Okay, so do understand there's a certain goal that we want to meet for today's session. Anything beyond that, we generally disregard. Okay, we won't look at anything beyond boss 1 for today's session. Okay, but having said that, we do have about 3 hours to spend. Okay, now do note that today's session will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. according to +8 GMT. So it's actually 3 to 6 for +9. Okay, and we will not be we will try to avoid going beyond the 6 p.m. timing. Okay, but for whatever reason, if we need to extend beyond it, if anyone needs to urgently leave, right, you can just inform us, close to that time. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, usually I'll try to end the session before the cutoff timing. Okay, likewise, we will try to put in as much proc time as we can. If we have time, I'll try to squeeze in another run, near the end of the session, just to push people for more practice. Okay, so do understand the session timing is somewhat fixed. Okay, you will realize this in future runs as well. We always do in blocks of like 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, and then we'll try to maximize that 3 hours that we have. Okay, now last few things. Okay, we're still waiting for one more person, so I'm just gonna cover the things that we need to bring in, okay, and what you need to prepare. Now, for the run, one thing I want to point out is that we will try to minimize downtime in the run. So I already mentioned this earlier on, okay, but if there's anyone who needs to use the washroom or have any other issues, try to do it now. Okay, try to go for a bio break now. In fact, you should have gone earlier on when I told everyone to go for their toilet break first. And then once we start, once we actually get started, unless you are a veteran, okay, unless you have been here before, but like I said, today's run is like 44 new players, 4 mentors, so that everyone is new here. So we will try to avoid downtime. So for example, what is downtime? Someone say, oh sorry, I need to go washroom, and then we will have to wait for that person for 2 minutes for them to come back. Then we fight the boss, and then after the boss clears, someone else say, okay, I need to go toilet, 3 minutes BRB, and then we wait for another 3 minutes. So it sort of compounds, okay, all the downtime adds up. So we will try to avoid taking AFK breaks, we will actually have designated bio breaks within the run itself. However, for today's session, because it is a boss 1, boss 2, okay, the designated bio break is actually just before boss number 3. Okay, so we should not be hitting it at all. What will happen is in between pulls, we will go for bio breaks. Okay, so let's say we pull, we wipe. Okay, if it's a short one, we will just go again. Okay, but if let's say we reach boss 1, then we wipe at boss 1, okay, we might take maybe like 5 minutes break, and then restock our holster and everything, prepare, and then go in again. Okay, so there'll be breaks in between pulls and in between runs lah. Okay, but then that try to avoid AFKing or taking breaks unnecessarily. Okay, now things to note and things to bring. Now for DRS, you generally can't bring very much things. Okay, you can't really prepare, like there's no gear. Okay, the only gears that you can actually use is the Boston earrings. Only the earrings give a haste boost. So if you have that, please use it. Other than that, all your other gears don't affect the stats inside DRS. Only Valors help. Okay, only the Valors will actually help. Stats and gear doesn't actually do anything. Material doesn't do anything. Food does work. So bring food. Okay, yes, actually that's a good point Dix mentioned. Okay, the other gear that you can use is the Boston Runners gear, augmented ones. Okay, the augmented Boston Runners one. Okay, doing DRS will allow you to upgrade that into the Lost Order gear, which also gives haste, slightly better haste. Okay, but the Dix reminded me that there's this augmented Boston Runners gear, which also does affect DRS. Okay, anything that gives you the plus haste for Save the Queen area effect actually helps. Okay, no, I know lah, it's the augmented one. Okay, but I have to say augmented Lost Order gear, very long. It's the augmented gear that gives you the haste. Okay, so those work. Food works. Pots also work. Okay, but generally pot is up to you, your own discretion, whether you want to use or not. And okay, yeah, so food, pots, and then some of the gear work lah. Okay, but generally speaking, we don't expect people to have too much don't need to prepare so much lah. Okay, the main stat boost for DRS is actually the Valors. If you all have farmed your Valors to like a high enough stat you will help in the run. Okay, I won't give you the details here, but generally speaking, we want to stack DPS Valors. Okay, healing Valors and tank Valors. Okay, fortitudes and I think sucker, right? Not very useful.
Just
Mostly,
already checked now.
yeah, no worries. Mostly just DPS Valors. Okay, because you understand inside DRS, you make a mistake, you get hit 3 times, you just die. So your health and your tankiness doesn't actually matter. How much you can heal doesn't matter if you die in 3 hits. So only the DPS Valors help.
I cut in a bit to do a bit of admin stuff. Okay, we have indicated before that you are supposed to make sure you prep everything before joining the PF. Subsequently, please try to prep everything before joining. You have until 15 minutes before the run to actually join the PF. Although we will start pinging you earlier to make sure that you are aware that you are supposed to join the PF lah. Like today, as if let's say you all join the PF and suddenly realize, hey, I'm short of fragments, please inform someone before you leave. Otherwise, sometimes if we are too busy to actually notice anything, right, we might think that, oh, you have something on and you have left the PF and the run completely to go and do something else instead, and we might pull in a reserve instead. Okay?
Yep. It is not up to the organizer to chase you for your attendance. It is your own prerogative or initiative to inform the organizer that you need to leave for whatever reason. Okay, so just try to make their life easier lah. They are doing this, they're not being paid lah. None of us are being paid, by the way. So try to help them out as well lah. They do understand this is something you do voluntarily, so just try to make the organizers' lives easier as well. Okay, but having said that, okay, so let me just finish up. Then we can sort of go in already. Okay, now so gear, potions, food, lost actions, and pure essences. Okay, now for this run, you are required to carry the pure essence with you, but you are allowed to not use it at the start. Okay, this is simply because we expect to wipe on the first few tries of the slimes and golems because it's very messy. So it's okay to not use pure essences, but you must carry it with you. If we see boss 1, we may mandate using pures from the get-go. Okay, so do take note. Bring your pure essences with you. Okay, now we are gonna zone in. At the start, do not jump off the pads. Very, very careful. Do not step on the glowing pads at the start until you are ready. Now, we will zone in. Okay, since there's 44 of you who are new, all of you will be watching a cutscene.
The same one as the normal. I think it is the same as the normal.
Yeah, it's the same one, but they will all be watching a cutscene. So it's okay, I just let them watch, it's okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
you skip also, someone who decide to watch, we are stuck here. Doesn't matter. Okay, now, at the start, there's a cache. Spend some time to prep your holster before the cache. Do note in future runs or in once we get past the boss 1 wall or hurdle, we may mandate using pures at the cache. In which case, what you all will be doing is you'll be popping your pure essence and then refilling the empty space from your holster with something else. Okay, alternatively, some of the mentors or will tell you like, okay, you should have 2 set loadouts prepared. One for pre-starting. Before start, you use everything you need and then load up the other loadout and then you are ready to go. Okay, so do not spend some time at the cache first. Next, left and right pads. Okay, I'm gonna mark out 1 for slimes and okay, actually I'll use A lah. Okay, A for slimes and then D for golems. A, B, C is on the left side, slimes side. D, E, F is for the golems side. But prepare your actions at the cache first. Now, for those of you who want to pop things like re-razors, any essences that you feel will help you, by all means go ahead. Okay, just so you know, although we say we allow you to not use pure essences, if you want to pop it, by all means go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Okay, so feel free to use whatever actions you need here at the cache. Prepare them before actually jumping off. The moment you jump off, you cannot come back and you cannot return here for the remainder of this run. Okay, so all preparation must be done here before we actually start. Okay, so spend some time to prepare whatever you need. Now, once you are okay, and then also check to see which side you're on. Once again, teams A, B, and C is on the left slime side. Teams D, E, and F is on the right golems side. Okay, if you jump off the wrong side, you cannot come back. And if for whatever reason that happens, you must immediately shout out. Okay, here inside here, alliance doesn't work. So
You shout
need to shout.
or
Yeah.
just speak up in PC and let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, if for whatever reason you mess up, okay, you jump off the wrong side, you don't have pure essence, okay, you are the wrong class, whatever lah. Okay, whatever some mess up happens, you need to inform us immediately so that we can quickly make adjustments. Okay, if everybody jumps off already, then we realize one person didn't jump off, but they cannot jump off to their side. Means somebody jumped off the wrong side, and then we need to adjust. Okay, which is very difficult. Okay, so try to inform us early if you mess up. Okay, so take some time
You
here.
can use the lodestone to return either.
Yeah, lodestone cannot be used now. Okay, Jean, just type out. Okay, now, how are we gonna deal with slime swarms? Does everyone know?
Just split as usual. Like
VC.
No, as in
Split VCs as usual.
split VC, okay lah.
start, yeah.
So those who are in the golem side, teams D, E, and F, you all move down to the golem side VC lah. Okay, is
Bye
it?
bye.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we go to the golem side VC. The slime side, y'all can just stay here lah.
Just stay
Actually,
here, yeah.
I think
Just
it's okay.
stay
Just stay here.
here,
No need to
don't
move.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the slime side, y'all just stay here. Okay, I will go down to golem side as well. Then, I think Auntie
I'll be on slimes, I think. And
Luin, okay, Luin and Mitsuki is on slimes. Okay, y'all two will, Luin and Mitsuki will take over for you guys on slime side lah. So, good luck guys. I will jump over to golem side.
see ya.
Okay, then Auntie Berry will take over. Thanks.
Bye bye baby.
Needs inform them that your duty is changed and under normal circumstances, normally this doesn't happen.
What?
Okay, never mind, I'll do this part. For today's run, okay, under normal runs, right? Alliance A and Alliance B tanks will take care of the rooms. Alliance C tank will take care of South Soldier, and one of the DPS will take care of North Soldier. For today's run, especially since the Team C tank is fresh, while the Team A tank is an experienced one, we'll swap the duties only for the rooms so that the tank can experience how to pull the slimes in the rooms.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, so basically, Zuki and I will be doing the South Soldiers.
Okay, Luin can continue the explanation of slimes.
Well, I haven't yet to see people coming to the slime area, but yeah, when you guys are ready, slimes can just jump off the platform. And
Yep, if you guys
then
are
we
ready,
will try and
like
start
the host is
exploration.
ready, all up, then move up to the sun side.
Something's missing. Something's wrong though. You guys should have more than 40 people on your alliance. Some people are not
Wait.
here.
Yeah, there's still a lot more people in the main VC, but
Yeah.
I'll just start the slimes one. So welcome to slimes. So this is the harder kind of the two compared to golems. So I'll just try and explain it again. So you have got these 4 rooms, and you've got green circles in them. So the objective is to gather the green slimes in them, let them fuse with each other, and after they get big enough, they will explode, and you want all 4 to explode at the same time. So for the tanks, that's your main job. The room tanks, you just grab a green slime, hold it on top of the green platforms, the green circles, and you just keep it there. Just use your single rotation. You don't have to use AoE at all, because you might hit the red slimes. And then the red slimes, they will try to fuse to the green slimes, and if they do, it's game over. It's a wipe. The red slimes will also tether to the first person attacking them. So this is where the DPS comes in play. You pick the red slimes, they will keep spawning, and then you just kill the red slimes. That's your only job. The healers obviously keep everyone healthy, and then the healers will be in charge mainly from picking the green slimes. They spawn in the middle the whole way, and then you pick one, and then you bring it to your room. Then you let your tank pick it up from you. Then just repeat that until your slime gets to the point where it's going to burst. At this point, the tanks, you should have got a macro ready to shout out or yell. Your room is ready, or something like that. Yep. So you only do this when your slime has got a +4 buff on it, and your healer has got 1 slime waiting for you to pick up. When that happens, when all rooms have called ready, the organizer, the callout will do a countdown and ask everyone to pull at the last slimes together. Then once the slimes come to you, and they need to be touching, and then they will start to cast like a fusion. You just let it happen, and then you will then start the the rupture, which is where it will explode. If everything goes correctly at the same time, then we will ask everyone to go to the northeast portion of the map, where we just wait for the entire thing to explode and see if we clear or not. And then, other than these 4 rooms, there will be 2 soldier skeletons spawning at the north and south of the corridor. Usually 1 tank and 1 healer, or in case of the north, 1 DPS and 1 healer will just tank them. You just have to avoid. They will do a round AoE around itself once in a while. You can just dodge out of it, or you can stun it. Just have to prevent it from hitting the slimes, because it will be able to knock the slimes around. One last thing as well, there will be traps when we go in. The ranged players with the perception, they are your scanners. So there are total of 3 traps. There is one in the middle of the hallway, and the remaining 2 will be in any of the 4 rooms. So before you go into any of your room, the scanner should have already scanned the room. That will be the first one to go in once we open the door. Should each have a assigned room to scan. Let me just check. For example, Team A, Edwal, he will be scanning the southeast and southwest rooms. Croatia will be scanning the middle and then go to the northwest. Kitsune will be doing middle to northeast. You can pre-scan the southern rooms from the walls here. They are low enough. You should be able to scan and find out if there are traps on the southern rooms. So some people, they will pre-scan in advance and they will announce to everyone, are there traps or are there no traps on the southern room. Low blow for the skeletons, yes, you can stun them. You can stun them to stop the AoE. So back to the traps. So southwest room has a trap, so we know there is going to be a trap there. So there are 2 types of traps as well. There's a poison trap and there's an explosion trap. Explosion trap is basically insta-kill unless you are a tank and use your infall. The poison trap will also tick heavy dots unless your healer managed to catch you and Esuna you really quickly. Pretty much that's about it. There's any other question? So again, yeah, the room tanks, you just hold your green slime on the green platform. Avoid using AoE. You don't want to hit the red slimes. The red slimes will be spawning in the room. The DPS, you just quickly grab onto a red slime and kill it. The healers, you bring in the green slimes from the middle to your rooms, and pass it to your tanks and keep everyone alive. If there is no other questions, I'll just announce that we are ready. Just everyone can just do the ready check for their party and shout it out. Because we are separated into 2 areas, so you can only just shout to let the other side know that we are ready. Okay, since shock is taking a bit longer, yeah, the moment it's question time or what else, healers, you don't have to fight for the green side, they will keep spawning. They will only spawn 3 at a time, but we have 4 rooms, so one room might be a little bit behind. If you find that you are taking slimes too much, just ease off a bit that the other healer gets his slime. Be careful on overhealing, like you might draw aggro more than 2 green slimes, then it might be a bit dicey because the green slimes on you, they might start fusing and it will make it complicated to keep track of the buff. For DPS, since we are not really using the pures at the moment, if you don't have Velas or any other essences, the DPS might be a bit hard on the red slimes, so you don't want to unload everything on the first slime and then you are out of burst for the subsequent red slimes. Yeah, as Bitsuki said, just so everyone knows which room they are, you just group yourself up to roughly where the room position is. So
Macro go through already?
Yeah,
I've mentioned macro, yeah, but actually the tanks have already made
Yeah. I
Yes.
think would like to add one more thing what Luin also mentioned, as well as Mitsuki is checking through the assignment of your rooms. Now the rooms assignment is extremely crucial because you guys are not using your pure essences yet. So the DPS will be quite tight. So if your room have like extra 1 DPS, please make sure that that person is quickly identified and move to the correct room, because if not, that the other room that's lacking that 1 DPS will not have enough firepower to kill off the red slimes, and that's what causes the mess. So this room assignment is extremely strict, and we seek everyone's cooperation to not get lost. Then at least you guys have a better chance of clearing slimes.
Yeah, and like as a very very last resort, if you see a red slime going to fuse with a green slime, the range DPS can interrupt. Same with the tank.
Barry is Barry on the other side is taking score sheet.
But
Okay,
that
another
should not happen in normal when we do the actual. As we do subsequent runs, we should not even have to try and interrupt or get a red slime to the point where it's going to fuse to a green slime.
So red and green's fusion can be interrupted. So if let's say if you struggle because you have no DPS essences, you can consider bringing either Lost Burst or Rampage. It helps a little bit with the interruption to prevent the fusion of red. Luin, have you mentioned about which color the green and red can fuse?
I mentioned red can fuse with green, and that will lead to a white.
Yeah.
And then obviously you want the green to merge with green on the tank.
Green will not merge with red. Only
Yeah.
red will eat everything.
Yeah, green will fuse with green to get bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that was not mentioned was how slow the green slime actually moves. So the bigger the green slime is, the slower it moves. So that's the reason why the priority is if a red slime is casting fusion, interrupt it and pull that one away. Because the red slime moves faster than the viscous slimes. Yeah, so that's something to take note of. Tanks and healers also pay attention that your green slimes don't move as fast as the red.
Another thing, for the tanks, as the green slimes get bigger, they start to hit harder, so you might want to consider using your mitigations, and healers start paying attention to your tank. Especially without your pure essence for the tank.
Also don't forget your red slimes DPS. They're getting hit too, so you also need to heal them.
Keep your party alive, obviously. For the room tanks, if you can.
Chuck is on Red Golem's explanation, so I think still got 5.
Northwest is Kaine. Yep. Okay, yep. One. So again, when your green slime has got a +4 buff on it, and your healer has got 1 green slime in reserve waiting for you, you fire off that macro. Once all 4 have done so, the callouts will do a countdown and then tell everyone to pull the last slimes at the same time. And this is where we will all go to once all the 4 room slimes are casting Rupture. That's where you will be safe from the AoE of the explosion. Alright, there's also an AFK kick out timer, so 10 minutes. Just be careful not to get AFK kicked out. We have had people gotten themselves kicked out during explanation, so yeah.
Hi, if in any chance anyone else wants to try another site during the next run or so, you can indicate in the remarks section when you sign up.
No guarantees you can get the slot, but it gives us more options.
Yeah, so getting to know more than one site allows the registration to be smooth. So we can it's easy for us to assign you to a different group, because what you learn in slimes is very different to what you're going to be learning in golems. That's why the VC is split up.
Honestly, yeah, Golem is much more straightforward, except for the tanks and the healers, I guess. It's basically a mob hunt, mob train for your DPS. See the other side, D ready, F ready, so just waiting on E. I think we just do another ready check. And just shout out when your party is ready. Sorry, I was C. Ha. Please also avoid opening the door too early. Usually we'll leave the door opening to the organizers. As mentioned before, range, get ready to do your perception. Thanks, turn on your tank stance. Everyone wait for the traps to be percepted. So the first trap will be towards the middle here, around this. Keep going forward a bit. Keep going, yep, the first middle trap is found, second trap is found. Healers, grab your green slime. Let's get ready to receive the green slime. Watch out for the trap. All traps are found. Kill the red slimes on DPS. All traps are already found, so you can stop with the perception. If you can, DPS, try to move your red slimes further away from the green slime. The red slime's tethered to the person who hits it first, so we have got a big red slime on the northwest room. It's a wipe. It's going to be a wipe.
Hello, excuse me. I heard
Yeah.
that I can interrupt the fusion of red slime. I already-
Seriously? Does it not work?
Oh, like sweep not work, right?
I was.
Leg
I know it
sweep
should be
is
able
not.
to-
Leg sweep is
Not leg sweep, just not stun. It's the
Not stun.
interrupt, as in interject. or
interject.
head shot, head grace. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, we are going to wipe. So, I get yourself killed or use the trap to kill yourself. Wait for everyone. And
So the role that can intercept it must be tank range.
range DPS or tank, but tank will be
Okay.
busy with the middle. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
It's alright. This is to be expected. Enjoy.
Okay, so if let's say a tank is need to interject a red slime's fusion, it means the DPS in that room is also lacking. So it's not really a tank's responsibility, it's more towards the DPS.
Yeah. Again, we were not using essences. I think not
Mhm.
many people. use
So
essences.
yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. It's actually the DPS.
Once we start using pures, you shouldn't see this.
So DPSs, you all
True.
decide among yourself who does the first burst, then the second one will do the second burst. So at least you all don't one shot two people throw out your burst on one slime. Then after the subsequent slimes, you guys will snowball with lesser deeps. So that's the thing that you want to consider. So
Okay, we'll wait for the other side to wipe as well. But you can see how the green slimes, how big it should get and when it will start exploding. Okay, I think we can leave now. Yep. Get used to seeing your metal decreases. Message. Uh, okay, restock your holster if you need to, then we'll get back in again. You can also do it inside. Yeah, that's why we usually recommend not to pop yours on the very first one. can still restock your poster inside, so yeah. Okay, welcome back again. Slimes, you're going to the left. And your whole party has jumped. Just do a ready check. And while we wait for the last team, any questions or? Yeah, you don't really want to kill the green slime because you need to feed it to the tank's green slime. Anyway, as the slime merges, it will refresh its HP, so you shouldn't worry about killing your slime. Okay, get ready. Perceptions will go into scan first. Tanks, turn on your tank stance. perception scan first. Can go around this stone here and scan. Yep, middle trap found. All traps are found. All traps are found. Remember, healers, remember to pick up green slimes and give it to your friends. Slimes will wander around, so just be careful. Up the green slimes from the middle. Okay, all slimes are ready. Pull your last slime in 3, 2, 1. Pull now. Sure it's casting Rupture, and then you can all go. Once it starts, once it has fused and started casting Rupture, you can go. Okay, everyone, let's go. Let's go to the top northeast. Watch out for traps. Kill any red slimes along the way. Kill all the slimes that come in. Now we just wait for the other side to finish. Did not get it right? Oh, it looks like it's okay. Looks good. Just keep killing the soldiers. Just waiting for the other side to finish.
They're still trying to kill Rick.
Okay, it's alright.
They missed 2 times really. So Slimes, you guys did a good job. If you are at the safe position, killing the soldiers now. Well done.
Yeah, we're done. We're just idling into it.
Well done.
There we go. No death. If there's any death, please shout out so the healers can raise you. Okay, all
Yeah,
looks
so-
good.
Healers, make sure you are always the last to jump. You're not the first to jump because anyone needs your arisers to pick up themselves. Yeah.
So you need to be on your pures for pieces.
Just remember that when someone dies in like your respective trash rooms, you need to use your pure essence first, then your lost arise. We have encountered situations where healers just cast lost arise, and I'm like, no essence, no wonder. Yeah, that's something that you also need to take note of.
Okay, well done, Slimes.
Okay, everyone is here. Well done. Everyone has cleared it on the second.
Cool.
Good. Okay, so today's session. Who wanna do callouts?
You?
Why me?
Because you are the main caller, wasn't it?
Yeah, y'all know how to practice Okay lah.
Out of touch as well, but I'll try and keep an eye.
Yeah, then y'all just like shadow call lah. I will do the main callouts lah. Okay. Barry remarks please. And then okay, so this is boss 1. I hope you all have studied up on the fight. The only things to point out is that I'll be calling out hide or knockback. Hide means you go behind the barrier. Knockback means you stand in front of the barrier, get pushed into a barrier. Tiles or sand. You look at the floor. There are blue color rings. Okay, for those who are colorblind, who can't really see, the floor has a pattern. Okay, clearly there's some brick patterns. That's the tiles. Sand is the no pattern. So you need to stand on the correct floor pattern. For Mercy Slashes, I'll be using numbered positions. So it'll either be 1, 1, 3, 3, which is stand on 1 for 2 slashes, then stand on 3 for 2 slashes, or something like 2, 4, 4, 2. Okay, stay on 2, first slash, cross over, second slash, third slash, cross back to 2. Okay, so it's always going opposite. Okay, we will never say something like 4, 1, 4, 3, something like that. You will never be like that. It's either left to right or front to back. Okay, or across. During the Earthshaker phase, okay, during the Iron Splitters phase, Earthshaker tethered players, please move and point the Earthshakers away from the boss and away from the party. Okay, because if you get hit by those twice, you will die. Anybody getting hit by those Earthshakers twice will die. If you point them through the party, everybody dies. Okay, so please point them away from the party and the boss. Okay, everybody else who is not being tethered by the Earthshakers, please go close to the boss so you give the Earthshaker players a direction to point to. Okay, you all try to avoid pointing to stacking on each other. So if you all take 2, you all straight away die.
So yeah, spacious stuff.
Yeah. There'll be 3 tethers, 3 players who are tethered. So you need to just spread out and point away. Okay, now for the run, boss 1, okay, although it's our first look, we will just pop pure. Okay, we'll just use pure. We will be mandating using pures from the get-go because we found that we can actually clear one. Most of the time, it's like we try first attempt, can clear one if there was DPS, but then because we know one using pure, we didn't clear. So from now on, nowadays we just say everyone, once we reach boss 1, we just use pure. Okay, so we'll be popping pure essences the moment we reach boss 1. If you have a pure essence in your holster and you haven't used it, please use it now. Okay, for re-razors as well, if you don't have a re-razor applied to you, just use one on yourself at this point of time. Okay, re-razors, every time you die, your re-razor will disappear. Okay, the re-razor buff will disappear, and there's a chance you might get up. 70% chance, although it's more like 50-50. If it fails, you will still be gone, but you just will stay there on the floor. If now in the fight, during the fight, if healers arise you, okay, now healers, I didn't actually mention this earlier on, but you can only arise players with a pure essence. But because we are at boss 1, you should all have pures now. You can start using your arisers to raise the dead players. Healers will try to arise dead players whenever they can. They try to get people up because you arise someone, their DPS adds to your DPS lah, so to speak. Okay, you arise a dead DPS, right? The dead DPS gets up and does DPS, more DPS than you can deal by yourself. Okay, so try to arise players. Do note for dead players, there is no prompt asking you, do you want to accept the race? No, you straight away get up. Please do not AFK during this fight, even if you are dead. Okay, I've seen someone die and then AFK, and then someone arise them, they get up, they stand still, eat AoEs, and then die again, wasting the healer's arise. Okay, arises are not cheap, and it's not 100%. So they need to spam like 10 or 20 of them to get one player up. So please don't waste the healer's arise. Yeah, just don't waste the healer's arise.
Sorry, just to check, does anyone not have their pure essence?
Anyone who have no pure essence, okay, I'll take over. Okay, anyone with no pure essence, you need to sound off to us. Let us know now, because the pure essence give you a defense or and or HP boost. If you don't have it, you will get one-shotted by the red white, the AoE. You can't even avoid it. You just die. So you must let us know so that we can either try to keep you alive, or okay. So Ray, you don't have.
Ray's a tank. So...
Okay, tank also okay. Tank not so bad. Tank not so bad. Anybody else? Anybody else doesn't have pure? Okay, please let us know.
Those without pures, do they at least have a deep defensive essence with them?
They've got Guardian, but yeah.
Then okay lah. Guardian should. Okay, in any case, tank slightly more lenient because you have HP and defense to survive lah. Plus, if you have Guardian, even better. You won't be doing much DPS lah, but you won't die from one hit lah. Okay, at the very least. Okay lah. Anyone else? No pure? Please sound off. Okay, now for future runs, try. Okay, for future runs, don't forget your pure. Okay, not try to, just don't forget it. Because if I'll be very blunt here, if you don't have pure essence, you come in, you are being carried by the other 47 players. Okay, so just to let you all know lah, we actually penalize players for forgetting to bring pures repeatedly. Okay, one time, fine. Accidents happen, it's okay. 2 times, it gets a bit sketchy. Anything more than 3 times, right, you will be black marked lah. Okay, you'll be black marked. Okay, so just to let you all know, don't forget to bring pures. Yeah, I did tell everyone earlier on to carry a pure in your holster, in your holster. So you should have it lah. Okay, no pure, please just sound off now lah, so that we can keep you alive lah. Okay, so Dante in Team B as well. Okay, first time is okay. I said first time is okay. Okay lah. Me Dream says that do note that you can actually accidentally right click off your pure as well. Please just try not to lah. Okay, it's like a very silly thing to do. So try not to accidentally click off your pure. Okay, where's Dante? Can Dante? Those who know pure, can y'all hand up?
DPS.
Cannot find you in the crowd. I can try to keep you alive with bubble. So I'm gonna apply bubble on those who need it. Okay, just to keep you.
Hello. I got pure essence of the duelist. It said in the guide, so I just bring this one. Is this okay? But it said it will restore HP.
Are you melee?
Are you a melee DPS?
Yes, I am the melee DPS.
Yeah, then you should just use it. You just use it.
Use it now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Pressing boss.
yes.
Okay,
You will replace. Yeah, you will replace your plate bearer, and you will now be permanent. Okay. Essences are permanent. They don't drop off. There's no time limit. Even if you die, you come back, you will still be there. The only way you can lose the essence is if you accidentally click it off, or we leave the instance, and then in which case you need a new one afterwards. Okay, so just understand lah. Okay lah. I think that's pretty much it lah. So Dante is solved. He has a pure. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
For moderators and helpers on the run, main shot caller will be Shark. So even if you see like something that he didn't cover or he missed out something, please do not over call him. It will cause confusion.
Unless you really want to lah, then you better be right. Because I'll call you out if you are wrong. I'm talking about the moderators, not the normal players. The only other time I think people should be speaking in during the boss fight is if, let's say for example, they are a main role player. Okay, like maybe you have you are a dispeller, and then you die, and then there's no other players doing dispel or something like that lah. Tank busters, we only really need about 3 tanks to stack lah. But normally, like if you are geared or you are tanky, you have valors, honors, fortitudes, you can stack with us. It's okay one, doesn't matter. Generally speaking, I think should be fine. Okay, who's the main tank by the way? I need to...
Suki, right?
Mitsuki.
Okay, Mitsuki, you mark yourself with the cookie or whatever. Okay, so Mitsuki will be main
And
tank.
also, if both your healers are dead, use the markers and don't use the ships.
Yeah.
Use anything else but the ships.
Yeah. Okay, now, just to explain this, so that, because this is the first time, fresh one, it will make more sense, you understand why we do this. So, I'll explain it. Now, at any point of time, if both healers in a party are dead, it means you are a healer and your party buddy healer is dead also in the same party, your party is not going to get heals. So, the party will slowly die through the red whites. What we do to counteract this is that the both dead healers, because you're dead and you're lying on the floor not doing anything, right? Use a mark. Okay, usually the numbered markers will work, and mark yourself and your body as well, I guess. If your body is paying attention, they can mark themselves. So okay, use the numbered markers. Don't override each other lah. Okay, don't override each other until you get arised. Once you get arised, you take it off immediately. Okay. Other healers, if you see dead marked players, those are the healers that need priority arising because of what I just mentioned earlier on. Okay, usually in the fight, we may gain access to limit break 3. There will be an opening to use it. So if there are parties with LB3 and 2 dead healers, they need to get up ASAP. They need to get up as soon as they can so that they can pop their LB3 to quickly raise everybody. Usually it's just before the boss dies, we'll say, okay, healer LB3 now, if you need it, use it. Okay, no other classes should be using LB3. DPS, just so you all know, your LB3 actually does less damage than a full burst window. So you actually do more damage if you just continue to focus on your DPS. Generally speaking, DPS LB is a damage loss. So don't use DPS LB. The only time you will ever use... Okay, never mind. I won't even cover that. If you only ever use healer LB3 and tank LB for the boss fort. That's all. LB should never be used on DPS. Okay. Other than that, every time you die, pop a new re-raiser. Okay, the idea for this first look is just to make sure that you experience the mechanic, try your best, try to understand the fight, listen to call out, try to understand how it works out. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Anything else I need to cover? I think that's all lah. Blah, blah, blah.
Only one tank. The main tank should keep stance. Yeah.
Yeah. All the other tanks you all just basically just DPS lah. Only the Mitsuki will be main tanking, and then if he die, we will demote him lah. So don't worry about it. Okay, no lah. If he die, I take over lah. Or Luin is tank, is it?
Healer.
Luin healer. Barry also. Barry is what? Barry is I don't know. Machinist. Okay lah. Then, but Barry can tank one. Barry is like can tank also. She's
So
a
just
good
kite the
tank.
boss.
Yeah, she's a
I think
machine.
it's a form
tank.
of tanking.
Okay, ready checks for everyone, then we can get started. Yeah, use food if you have it. Just use any eye level. I think like 500 and above should be safe lah. Okay lah, and then let's shout out yeah okay. And then we just try our best lah. We just try listen to call, try our best, and then if we clear, it'll be great. If we don't clear, we just re-instance, take a short break, and then go again. Okay, A, C, E, F, waiting on B and D. Okay, B is okay. Waiting on Delta. It's fine. Delta party. Once you're ready, just let us know. Anyone, if you forgotten the treasure coffer at the back, please don't forget. It's like free pure essence fragments. So if you see treasure coffer at the back, please remember grab this. Your own treasure coffer. It's personal. Okay, Delta is okay. Okay lah.
Mitsuki can count down.
Yeah, Mitsuki do a countdown. Tanks, only Mitsuki stuns on. Everybody stuns off. you can pre-shield at 5. The first mechanic will be a red white. Okay, just try our best. Okay, pre-shield. And establish. Red white. Mercy slashes next. Three, 3-3-1-1. 3-3-1-1. Crossover on the second slash. Crossover. Op and flower. Look away from the op, run away from the flower. Step for chains. Do another red white first. Okay, Shed Tank Buster. Okay, front, back, or inside the boss hitbox. If you're not sure, just be in the boss hitbox. Another? Yeah, another tank buster. Oh, dead. Never meet, eh? And then, stillness tank buster. Now I'll be taking at the front. Y'all move away from me. Good. Stillness tank buster. Very nice.
Yourself check.
Alright, Mitsuki can take that. Thank you. This type for chains. This is a hide. Break chains and hide behind barriers. You split the chain, let's split the chains. Hide. Come back for shields and shields. Shield at the center. Ravana dies next. Starting from C, going clockwise, hiding behind E, run towards behind E. Yeah, you can hide behind C if you are too late, but just behind. Red
Out of
white.
the wall if you got 3-5.
Everyone step on 3. Everyone step on 3, including main tank. There'll be 3 line AoEs on the floor, just avoid them. Tiles is safe, tiles is safe, stay on tiles. There will be 2 more Iron Splitters with Earthshaker tethers. Earthshakers point them away, not the boss. Next will be Sand. Sand is safe, Sand is safe, Earthshakers point away. Nice, 1 more Sand. Tiles will be safe. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Earthshakers away. Avoid games. Red white. The cardinals out. They just go to either C, B or C. Just stay near the outer edge, it's a cross AoE. More Ravana dies with Mercy Slashes. from 2 going clockwise. They stay close to the outer edge. This is 1 1 1 1. We cross on the second slash. Cross over. Hop and flower. We stack for chains and break them. Break chains. Okay, we stack because if it is too far apart, we can't split the chains. Tank Buster, this one is solo lah. I think just let him take it by himself. Pop mitigations. Two, 4, 4. 2, 4, 4. There'll be iron speakers, tiles. Safe, stand on tiles. First slash. Second slash, crossover into sand. Stay on sand. Third one is random. Stay on sand. Orb and flower. Away from the orb, away from the flower. And avoid line release. Red, white. We're going into the final set of mechanics before ending. Front, back or center. If you're not sure, stay in the boss's hitbox. This will be mercy slashes from the clone and knockback or hide. You'll be taking them near the clone. This is a knockback towards D. Knockback towards D. Position yourself to be knocked towards D. Back, front, back of the clone. Back, front, back of the clone. Go to the rear of the clone. Cross over, front, stay front, and then back. Stack for chains and then healer LB3 afterwards. Okay, break chains, healer LB3. Healer LB3, have it. Pick up everyone. Red, wide. Next set. Knockback or hide with iron speakers. If it is a hide, go to the edge. This is a knockback. You position yourself with knockback. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Stay on tiles. There will be a knockback. The last mechanic set. Mercy slashes with knockback or hide. You will be doing the slashes first. You look for the clone. Slashes will come from the clone. Stack for chains and break them. Right, left, right of the clone. The right. Sorry, you left, right, left. And this is hide afterwards. Hide after. And that was the last mechanic. There'll be a tank buster. Here's a tank buster. You only let the tank stand in front. Nice. Then you will enrich shortly afterwards. This is the Enrage cast, a slow cast Verdant Tempest. Not bad, about 7%. Yeah, about 7%. Yeah, the first one I know,
The
right?
clone slashes always gets people, don't worry.
Yeah. The clone slashes is one thing, and then Mitsuki died from the first tank buster because you're so sweet shit, but I didn't say shit. But you can actually survive it by yourself, to be honest. It was totally planned. Okay, we will. So you all have seen the first look already. We will take a short break here, lah. Okay, maybe about 4 minutes, lah. So let's rest for a while, and then by X11, okay, X11, be back. Okay, go. So if you need bio break, go for bio break. Get a refill of your drink, coffee, tea. Those who need to restock actions fragments, please go ahead and get some as well. Okay, then I'll be back as well. Okay, I'll be right back also.
Rufin from Team D, are you able to fix your connection? Because I've seen you DC quite a lot. Okay, then we'll just go one more time. But let me know if like your connection is unstable.
I'm back. Is there any questions that you want to ask? Now is a good time to ask, lah. I know just now the calls weren't perfect, but to be honest, DPS wasn't like you're still learning, lah, so it's okay. Don't worry about it too much for now. Yeah, I do know that for boss 1, right, what happens is that there's actually a somewhat designated LB3 window, which was just after the boss changes into his Dark Knight form for the second time. there'll be a somewhat designated LB3 window in between the different mechanic sets. Okay, he actually does 3 sets of mechanics at the last phase. I won't go into detail here, but it's basically a knockback height plus sword slash, okay, iron splitters plus knockback or height, and then knockback height plus sword slashes again. But the sword slashes from the clone come first. Okay, so usually in between one of these 3 sets of mechanics, right, we will pop the LB3 so that you don't have to get up and straight resolve mechanics. Oh, okay. Meat want to bring to your attention that material doesn't work. Material doesn't work for this so don't need to meld. No need to meld material. It doesn't do anything. So don't bother melding material. Just have the gear with you. Good enough. Yeah, only elemental stat. Yeah. This not BA, dude. Yeah, there's a couple of like difficult combinations We got a bit lucky with some of the slashes, but a bit unlucky with some of them. Like one of the very difficult ones is the iron splitters plus the sword slashes, right? If we ever get an iron splitter left right right left combination, you need to be very specific. Now thankfully, I will call it out in the order that you are supposed to resolve it. So actually all you need to do is just listen to me doing the callouts and quickly move accordingly, and you should be fine. Okay, but generally for the iron splitter plus sword slashes, it will be stand on either sand or tiles, first slash, crossover, second slash, third slash, cross back into the safe sand or tiles. Okay, but I will say it out in the fight exactly like this as well. So you just need to get ready to move and move when I say crossover. The other thing is the eye and orb and flower mechanic. Just look away from the orb, because if you get hit by it, if you're looking at it, you get petrified, and you probably die to the gigantic blooming flower that expands afterwards. Okay, so just be careful about those . The rest of the fight, I think quite okay . The Earthshaker Tethers did very well. They didn't point it towards the entire party and kill everyone, so that's great. Knockback and height mechanics. Try to go quickly to either behind or in front of the barrier. Okay, it's not so bad for knockback because you can be standing next to the boss and still be fine, but hiding you need to run. Okay, pop sprint if necessary. Okay, it's 14 already, so we'll do another ready check and go again.
Okay, I'm going in.
Okay. Yeah, just queue in. Alright, okay, now for this second run, I think we no need to. Do you want to split VC? I think no need .
Yeah, I don't need to give them. Because that's how we will be doing it later as we go on.
Okay. Okay, so we won't be splitting VC.
Should we use Pure now straight away since they're better to you? It's more comfy if you use Pure straight away.
Actually, I don't know. Okay I think just use Pure . Just use Pure . It will. Number one, it will help the DPS do more DPS. Number two, if you are risking Pures, maybe you will like pay more attention and take it more seriously. No,
And get them. You said this will be how it counts.
But this is how it will work . This is in future runs, right? We will always be popping Pures from the start because it will help us save horses. So just to get you all used to it, we are gonna pop Pures at the case here. Please use a Pure Essence and replace the Pure Essence space with other things. Okay, so once you pop a Pure at the case here, replace the empty space that you get from using the Pure with something else. Okay, you will free up more space for you to actually carry more things. Usually more erasers. Usually more erasers. So this is how we normally do it. Now, for those who wish to use eraser at the start, you can do so as well. But I leave it up to you. If we wipe, you'll lose both the eraser and the pure essence. Okay, your eraser will proc, you'll get up and you need to die again. So just to let you know. Okay, but if you want to, just go ahead and use it. It's okay. Okay, I think it's alright.
Roofing DC again, is it?
Yeah. No, the stream is showing it. It's back though. So it's a bit
What
unstable.
roles are they? Like healer or tank or?
Scholar.
Or
Rufin, your connection is okay or not? We give this pool one more try. If you still keep DCing, then we'll have to replace for the next pool, yeah?
He messaged that DC'd again, please replace me or leave. But they already jumped in already.
Yeah, don't worry, then the next pool will replace for the next pool.
It's unfortunate, but
Yeah, we understand DC issues, but then at the same time, if you are just DCing all the time, you're not doing anything. You're not actually learning anything anyway, so you may as well just like drop out for now. And then go
tell
review
your
the...
fellow sharks to stop.
Hey, it's not me. And not my family either, please. We've been wrongly accused. Innocent until proven guilty. Where's the proof? Show me the popoto.
But we have enough evidence that a shark is biting cables, not popotos.
Yeah.
Ready check if you are already all assembled. Ready.
Okay, so this will be slimes and golems once more. Okay, golem side, I think if you all know what to do, we will try to keep callouts to a minimum. Then you all can hear how the slimes are. It's very messy. It's very hectic. Okay, golems, you all know what to do. Just hunt train as usual. But if something happens and needs to be adjusted, right, Barry will be calling out. So please listen to Barry. Then no one will call out. It's okay.
All teams are ready.
Then they just have to do it properly the first time.
Someone just yell they need. Can we reinforce? What's wrong? Thought use your essence, but you didn't. Hang on. You have nothing on your holster as well. One DPS novice room didn't get the essence.
Okay, never mind. DPS only. It's okay lah.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, this can still help, but yeah. Alright, no worries. Countdown sharp or?
Okay lah. So they are okay already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, all okay. Come, let's get started. Try again. Countdown.
Thanks, turn your stances on. Perception, get ready to scan for traps. Perceptions go. Middle trap is found.
Golem side, I'm popping the middle trap.
One more trap. All traps found on slime.
Remember, Esuna your tanks for golems. Esuna the tanks. Yeah, everyone using Pures make the DPS go a lot faster. It's a very noticeable improvement.
This is ready.
Golems are done.
Southwest is ready. Southeast is ready. Waiting on Southwest. Southwest ready. All slimes, all rooms ready. Pull your last slime in 3, 2, 1. Pull now. Southwest seems to go a bit early. Let's just run. Once your slime has started casting, go.
You can just stack in the golems side, you can just stack in the center lah, it's okay lah. The golems don't hit for very hard
Oh,
anyway.
you're safe. Good.
Okay, any deaths, check for deaths first before hopping off. If
Slimes,
no deaths,
any
then just then you can go. You just check in your party lah, just check in your party. If your party list has someone dead, just quickly yell it out before the healers start jumping. Not then I assume it's all good. Okay lah. Once we are here, we are going to Waymark's Berry, thank you, and then grab your treasure coffer. We're gonna try boss 1 again. Here, one small gentle reminder for boss 1. Okay, just now we saw up to about 6-7%. So now we're gonna try again. Make sure you pop your Pures, Re-Razors, food, and then we'll ready check and we'll give it another shot. Okay, can. No worries. We'll do a ready check. Okay.
Was it earlier who didn't have the pure? Give them protect and shell.
Okay. Yeah. Who needs? Who doesn't have pure essence? Maybe you go to the back. Then those who brought like some of us will bring like weird things. Like bubble, shell, protect all these. We help to cast on you lah.
Raise your hand in the yell or something like that.
Yeah. Just sound off lah, so that we can help to keep you alive lah. Because if you don't have any pure essence, right, then the red white is gonna kill you. Okay, I think Ares. Yeah, they don't have pure.
Yeah, and DPS too. So
yeah, can. Then whoever is casting bubble, thank you lah. Just keep the bubble on Ares as well. Okay. Okay, everyone else just check, make sure you have your pure essences up. Re-razors if you have them. A, B, C. Waiting on D and F. I do really check. Sometimes I forget. Okay, I'll just do another one. Okay lah. So all parties are ready. Food check, pure essence check, re-razor check. Main tank stance check, and cookie on your head or whatever. And everyone just get ready. Okay, you pre-shield at 5. Listen to callouts, we will try our best. Let's do this. Let's go. Bit wide. Yeah, I'll try not to kill Mitsuki this time. Nice, okay. Okay, Mercy slashes next. Okay, so one. Okay, hold on. 2, 4, 4, 2. 2, 4, 4, 2. Crossover. Prospect. Away from Orc and Flower. Stack. Okay, no, not yet. Sorry. Jumping the gun. Okay, red, white. Front, back, or center. Everyone inside his hitbox. Inside his hitbox. If you're not sure. Can away from the main tank. Away from the main tank. This is a shared tank buster. Means all the tanks stack to the front. And then away. Everyone away. Stillness tank buster. Only the main tank should be in front. Okay, only the main tank should be in front. Okay, just so you know, stillness tank buster. If someone's standing in front with the main tank actually dies. Okay, now next will be knockback or hide. This will be a knockback. Stack for chains, and then break the chains into a knockback. Okay, split the chains quickly and then get knocked back into a barricade. Ravana dives next. Starting from E, Delta, going counterclockwise, hiding behind C, hiding behind C. Yade wide. Everyone stack on 3, everyone stack on 3, including the main tank. Unless you want to eat it by yourself. Okay, 3 line AoEs. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Next 2 Iron Splitters will come with Earthshaker Tethers. Earthshakers point them away from the boss and away from the pathway. It will be Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Earthshakers away. And then Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Earthshakers away. Three line AoEs. Boss to middle and facing north. Thank you. Red wide. Intercardinals out. Go to either B or C. More Ravana dives with Mercy Slashes. Starting from 4, going clockwise. 4, 4, 2, 2. After the dives, 4, 4, 2, 2. First slash, second slash crossover, Op and Flower. Stack for chains, stack close for chains and break them. Red, wide. Tank Buster on main tank. Yeah, you learn to pop mutations. Okay, Iron Splitters with Mercy Slashes. 1133. 1133. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Beyond tiles. First slash. Second slash crossover into sand. Stay on sand. Third Iron Splitter is random. Stay on sand. Orb and flower. Okay, red, white. Okay, front, back or center. Front, back or inside the boss's hitbox. Okay, last set of mechanics. Mercy Slashes from the clone with knockback or hide. We'll be taking the knockback or hide next to the clone. This will be a knockback. Knockback towards A. Knockback towards A. Back, back, front, front of the clone. Okay, why A? Because the clone slashes the front first. Back, back, front, front of the clone. Second slash crossover. Stack for chains and then LB3 after breaking the chains. Okay, split chains, healer LB3 afterwards. Okay, make sure you have it. Red, wide. If everything is smooth, we should kill it slightly after this. This will be knockback or hide with Iron Splitters. Okay, just focus on DPS and we should down it shortly after this. This is a hide. Stand on tiles. Stand on tiles, then quickly sprint to hide. Hide behind. And kill it afterwards. Nice. Okay, now, do not run ahead. Grab your treasure coffer. There will be traps ahead. Do not sprint ahead. Okay, there's a treasure coffer here that's being obscured by everyone. Remember to pick it up. It's your foot plating. There will be traps up ahead. Now at this point, there will be a fork in the road or the path. Now healers, we have a couple of dead players from that last mechanic, unfortunate, but we'll try to arise them. Okay, we'll try to arise them. So healers stay behind, help to arise. Yeah, try to prioritize the dead healers so that they can get up and start arising as well. Okay, now for everyone else, what's gonna happen? Just to explain here, the path that's going straight is for the 1v1. Okay, so actually, if you all didn't know, in DRS there's one what we call anime protagonist who becomes our hero. They will challenge the Minotaur Lord in the 1v1 arena, and if they win, they get a buff that increases all their stats by like 3 times the normal amount or something like that. Some ridiculous crazy buff. So essentially they'll be like our main protagonist. Everyone else will be turning to the right and will be facing a trash mob called Dahu. Do we actually have 1v1 assigned for today's assignment?
Yes, Poka.
Oh, okay.
Shark, that the scholar who's dissing saying to ask him to replace them.
We've got a replacement already, but they will still be doing
Wait until we come out.
No,
Actually,
I'll deal with it after you are done with Dahu.
Okay.
No, wait, hang on. Stop. Healer stop basing for the time being. If let's say the scholar really cannot get up because of the razors, then you guys can actually get the scholar to leave.
Never mind,
Yeah,
he just
then
They're
you all
up, they're
can
up,
save.
they're up.
Oh, they're up, yeah. Then, yeah.
One is up. I
never mind.
think.
It's Rufin, right? It's Rufin, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so Rufin, I tell you what, for Dahu, right, you just stay behind the purple line. You don't join the fight. So you won't die. You won't die inside. But you can see us fighting, lah. Okay, you can see us fighting. So you at least learn something along the way. But you don't participate. Okay, so for Poka, 1v1, you just go ahead and your mic is transmitting, by the way.
Is it transmitting now?
Yeah, I can hear your family shouting in the background. Sorry, yeah. Okay, now everyone else, we proceed on to Dahu. Now what's gonna happen is that we cannot pull until the 1v1 has started their fight. So we'll let Poka start the 1v1. Now Poka, you just do your own thing. Okay, if it's your first time and you wish to not be distracted by us, please deafen the VC as well, because it may be distracting for you. Once you're ready, you deafen us, you just start. We will proceed at our own pace. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you just go ahead. Deafen so that you don't get distracted by me. Okay, good luck. Okay, now for the rest of us, okay, he has deafened us already, so he can't hear me. Okay, now the rest of us, right, what will happen is once we see the message appears, that okay, so this is the message. This means Poka has started, and once it is sealed off, I will do a manual countdown, and then we will just begin. So everyone just get ready. Just come closer to the front. Now, Rufin, you stay behind the purple line. You don't cross the purple line. You just sit out this fight. The rest of us, I will do a manual countdown. Okay, Mitsuki will be the main tank once again. So once we count down, we will just pull. Okay, so counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Establish. Okay, Dahu is a trash mob. There's no real DPS checks or anything. Just try not to die. He will start off with AoE puddles. Just move out of the AoE puddles. There will be 2 sets of these. You just move out of them. Now he will charge forwards and then charge back. You want to be opposite from where he's charging. So he'll go one side, come to the other side, he will charge back, stay closer to the opposite side. He does a massive cone AoE like this. Okay, this is why you need to stay on the other side. Then Mitsuki will pull him to the middle afterwards. Then there'll be ads along the edges. Now, those of you with the numbers, get ready to run to the numbered markers. Okay, you see numbers appear. If you are number 1, go to 1. If you are 2, go to 2. Okay, you must be on the edge. Go to the edge and hit the lion with Dahu's blade. Okay, this kills the lion and creates a safe spot for us later on. Okay, left, right, please remember to cross over. Okay, that was similar. Again, there's a knockback into a safe spot. Identify the safe spots and get knocked back into them. Come back close. He does a merry-go-round fire breathe attack and just circle around. Now, shortly after this, Mitsuki will be taking all the enmity from the ads as well, so all healers need to focus on Mitsuki and keep him alive. Now, occasionally, one of the other tanks will provoke Dahu, so keep that tank alive as well. Okay, sometimes we can just let Mitsuki do it if we really don't like him. Sometimes someone is nice and help to tank with him. Okay, but otherwise, just keep the tanks alive.
I'm dead.
A lot of damage. Don't worry, I will help Clement diction you, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. You will stay alive with my clemency. Okay, more AoE puddles and maybe a left right if. Okay, get ready to cross over. And then more numbers soon. Okay, get ready, numbers go. Now this one, the numbers are important. Now after this, all the party, the 2 flare markers will be east and west, everyone will be north and south.
Bird 3 failed.
Okay, everyone will be north. The 2 flare markers will be east and west. Everyone else north. Not back north. So this is why the 1, 2, 3, 4 important to make the safe spot for the party. But it's okay. Okay, fire breathe, merry-go-round again. It's fine, don't worry about it.
41
quick.
clear.
Nice. Okay, just kill it lah. Nice. And that's it for Dahu. Okay, I think this one we saw the flare markers lah, so a lot of people died. But generally speaking, if DPS is slightly better, we would have just killed it before that.
Akon.
Uh,
B2 just go in, wipe, and then after resistance for more B1.
okay lor. Okay lor.
Which we are replacing one person, right?
Rufin will just, I don't know if they can go in. Okay, Rufin maybe you
Never
just
mind,
sit out lah.
Rufin, you just go in for the B2 run. Then we'll use it to base whether we need to replace you for the next pool or not.
Okay lor, okay lor.
Hey,
Then
Roofing
just
can focus on raising people now. Yeah, it just
I
helps
Also
guess
need
to
to
so
do
lah, just help to
mechanics,
rest
so-
lah. Just help to rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay lah, everyone's up ready. Okay, let's go. There's another treasure copy here, but this one is just lost lah, not very important. Dispel tank, no dispel. Never mind lah, we just die lor. Let me see if I have. I have lah. I have dispel. But anyone else has dispel? There should be 2 tanks. Okay, so just to let you all know, by right there's 2 tanks: Theo, Daura, and Mako, Zorash. Y'all are the 2 dispellers because for this boss fight, one of the tanks need to be dispelled. But like what Leo say, we just go in YOLO and then die and then come out do boss 1 again. Okay lah, yeah. Yeah, then Theo, you just help to dispel lah. Thank you. Okay, so how to use dispel? Just crack it open, target the mob, press dispel button, and wait for it to cast off.
The dispel's a spell, so don't move when you're casting.
The next pool, if get to B2 again, then explain. No?
Okay lah. But then that means they need to prepare for it after this lah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay lah. So okay, just to here, I'm not gonna explain anything, but we will still prepare the 2 main tanks because if they don't split apart, then we just wipe to the first wave, right? Then we're not gonna see anything. Might as well don't waste time. Okay, so where are the 2 main tanks? Okay, now what happens right? The 2 main tanks, y'all will just mark yourself lah. Larry, you're transmitting in. So both the main tanks, put a cookie or a shape on your head. So I think this one is Mako and
Me.
Mitsuki, correct. So the 2 of you are the main tank. Can you all mark yourself? Okay. So just so you all know, Mitsuki will be the left side mob. Mako will be the right side mob. Okay? That's all I'm gonna explain. Okay, everyone else get ready. Come closer to the front. Good job, Poka, for being for clearing the 1v1. Okay, the tanks y'all help to make sure that he doesn't take aggro lah. Okay, because most of the time the 1v1 will pull MAT at the start lah. So y'all just be careful. Then other than that, ready check and then we just start lah. Just ready check and we start. Okay, for those of you who brought Spellforge Steel Sting, if you actually read up the guides and all that, y'all should start casting it on the countdown. Okay, but if you didn't, it's fine. Doesn't matter lah. Like what we already say, we're just gonna wipe lah.
If you do, cast it on the opposite
Mm.
jobs, so still sting on magic jobs and spell forge on the melee physical jobs.
Okay lah, never mind lah. So I'll talk about it later. Yeah, actually by right, we should like give them chance to practice the first run, so the second time they do, it'll be a lot clearer. But no, never mind lah. We just go lah. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, and F, all parties are ready. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 30-second countdown. Now during this 30-second countdown, if you have brought Spellforge or Steel Sting healers, just help to apply to the opposite type class. Okay, but if you don't have, never mind. Okay, although if you do have it, Spellforge Steel Sting actually very cheap lah. But don't waste your don't replace Arisers for it. It's not worth. Okay, everyone else just come closer to the front. They don't face aggro lah. They don't face aggro, but don't early pull lah. Don't early attack ah.
It has happened.
Okay, you can pre-shield. and just AoE all of them once the pull starts. You just AoE. The 2 tanks will usually try to pull them together very tightly so that the AoEs will hit everything. And just DPS lah. Now there'll be 2 red whites at the start. Just heal through as necessary. Red white number 1. Red white number 2. At about 80%, they'll start to jump away. And warrior to the east. Put the warrior to the east first, and then knight to the middle. Okay, one thing to note here is that the 2 bosses must never be too close. Okay, now click off spell forge, click off magical or purple, reapply steel sling. First mechanic will be bombs. This is Sword Omen will be taking the bombs on the outer edge. Okay, look for the bombs. If you have a tether, go to a small bomb. If you have no tether, go to a big bomb. Must be on the outer edge of the arena. Must be on the outer edge of the arena. Okay, now if you fall down first, move to a safe spot. You move to where a bomb already exploded. Nice. Okay. Dispellers, get ready. There'll be a boost. Okay, Dispel is on the warrior. Dispel the warrior now. Red, white. Okay, no Dispel, so it's gonna be hurt. Not as bad as I thought. Next mechanic. If you have tether, go to green. If you have tether, go to wind. No tether, go to purple. Okay, check for your tethers now. Okay, tether to wind, no tether to purple. We'll be moving into the center afterwards and out. Okay, go into the center, look for the safe spot, front of the boss all the way out. Front of the knight all the way out. Very nice. Back to the boss, Dispel on the warrior. No Dispel, mitigate. Ouch. Tank busters. Okay, we rotating back into bombs again. Okay, now, same thing as before, click off Spell Forge, click off Purple, reapply Steel Sting. Okay, now this one will be a knockback from the middle with bombs. Now there will be a knockback from the center. If you have tether, knockback to small, no tether, knockback to big. Okay, there will be a knockback from the op in the center. No tether to small, no tether to big. Okay, there's a knockback from the center. If you fall down first, move to a safe spot. Okay, where a bomb has already exploded is a safe spot. Nice. Okay, a bit more damage on the warrior. Boost Dispel. Dispel boost on the warrior. There will be a red, white. No Dispel. Mitigate. Ouch. Okay, they are more or less balanced. Go back to your original targets. One more time. If you have tether, go to wind. If you have tether, go to green. No tether, go to purple. Check for your tethers now. Tether to wind, no tether to purple. This will be Sword Omen again. We're running in and then out. So go into the center, look for the safe side, which is to his left, and out. All the way out. Nice. Okay, one more time, Dispel on the warrior. Dispel on warrior, red, white, incoming. Ouch. Nice. Tank busters. Human tanks mitigate. Yeah, and that's pretty much it lah. And you'll be enriched after this first pair of ads enrich. This is the enrich. 7%. Okay, we did. Hey, so this is the first pair of bosses for boss 2. We are re-instancing, so let's leave and restock our essences, lost actions, etc. You want to... Okay, here's where Lyoric and the orcs help to sort out the Rufin's situation. And
Okay,
we'll take a
so-
short break for about 6 minutes. So by X58, be back here. Okay, X58, be back here. Everyone else can take a short break, restock your stuff. I'll let Meat and Lyoric handle the subs. Okay, go ahead, Meat.
Yeah, Uncle Leo is going to be muting more.
Yeah.
Ray,
Sorry, hold
over.
on. Rufin cannot continue, right?
Yeah, cannot. He's coming out.
Okay. Can you ping Ray, ask him to take over?
Okay.
Have to open up. KF is back up.
Anyway, I'm still here, so if there's anyone who have any questions about any of the mechanics, right, or you're not clear about certain things, right, feel free to just ask lah. I will address questions while we are waiting. I'll explain a bit more about boss 2 later lah. Once we get there later, I will spend maybe about 10 minutes talking about boss 2. Okay, but for now, it's 59 already, so we'll do a ready check. Hopefully everyone's back. Okay, now do note that for this next pool, because we cleared boss 1, and actually it was relatively uneventful, it was quite smooth. We very likely will clear boss 1 again. So we will see boss 2 again. This time round, we will be prepared for boss 2. So I want everyone to prepare your holsters for boss 2 as well. Okay, we will attempt to take down boss 2. For the few players who have phantom actions, phantom actions, for the few players, I think there's only like 1 or 2 only. No, actually I think there's only 1 player, which is the banished player.
I got Itashu.
Oh, Itashu also, yes, okay, thank you for reminding. Okay, so for this next pool, make sure you have actions up to phantom, and the tanks, okay, thank you. Tanks, take note, you need Aether Shield for boss 3. We are going to YOLO boss 3, but the tanks need to have Aether Shield to make sure that the party doesn't just outright die from the first Red Y. Again, just as before, we need to have certain criteria or conditions to ensure that the party doesn't just immediately die. If you just die straight away, you can't practice anything. So bring Aether Shield for the tanks. Check the spreadsheet now if you are not sure whether you need to bring or not. Or if you want, like me, I always have it because, to be honest, as a tank, I have 200 Aether Shields trying to get my Indomitables, and I use them for fun and throw them away. Okay, so make sure you bring Aether Shields for this next pool. Okay, we may or may not see boss 3, but at least be prepared for up to boss 3. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay, healers, remember bring Spellforge and Steel Sting. Please check carefully. And reflect as well. Yeah, and reflect as well. Okay, the healers have a very important critical role for boss 2, and this requires preparation. If you don't have Spellforge or Steel Sting, then you you are expecting the other healer to do all the work. So not very nice. So try to bring what you are assigned. Okay, and please don't see wrongly. Okay, don't like later you bring Steel Sting, then your other healer also brings Steel Sting, then you say, oh, I saw the wrong one, then you don't have Spell Forge. So check carefully.
Yeah, one each.
Yeah, one each. Okay, if you're really unsure, just bring both. But for future runs, we will never ask one healer to bring both because it's wasting space. You will not use both. You will use either one. Okay, but just check. Bring Spell Forge.
Dispel is for the first pair of boss 2.
And then the Dispellers for the tanks. Please bring Dispel also. Okay, if the Dispel doesn't hit the boss, then when the red white goes out, it's damn spicy. It kills the ungeared, unvalid players. Okay, so please dispel that boost buff. Okay, and other than that, we will ready check once more, and then we will queue in. I will actually call out the dispel, don't worry. I will actually call it out. Dispel, get ready, or no, dispel, please dispel, boost, dispel. You just dispel it. And you can see the buff on the boss is a red color, angry face on the boss.
On the warrior.
Yeah, it's on the warrior. Only one boss will have it. Okay, let's queue in. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always the warrior because you are assigned to the warrior, right? So you are the one holding the dispel. If you are not assigned to warrior, you won't need the dispel. This is how we figure you are the one holding it. Okay, same thing as before. Pures at the start. So if you have your pure in your holster right now, you can just pop it. If you're here, you wanna just like tell them. I'm not very sure which part you wanna cover. There's a lot of things to cover, There's a lot of things to cover. So I don't wanna spend too much time talking at the start. So yeah, like cover like didn't even cover the hidden effects of the pure essences. I didn't cover like Arise. No, I covered Arise marking, but I didn't cover like certain things All the like what are the different methods to Arise. All this I didn't cover. A lot of things to cover I don't want to talk so much already. Ask Auntie Berry do it next time. Okay, pure essence check please. Pure essences, check pure essences. Okay, just want to repeat once more. Pure essence, very important. And in future you might hear this again, but we have a somewhat focus on players who don't bring the bare minimum actions or essences. Like, how to say this nicely? Even if you can't play well, you suck at DPS like I do, at the very least, bring the pure, bring the actions you're supposed to bring, and then try your best. Floor tank most of the time is still okay we understand you are learning. But if you don't even bring the action, right, I don't know how to defend you, you know what I mean? So try to be a bit more careful with the pure essence. Make sure you have it. Bring the actions that you are required to bring. Okay, there's no justifying not bringing the action that you're supposed to bring.
You'll notice if you.
Yeah, and we will take note.
Yeah.
Just to warn you, we will take note. People who repeatedly don't bring the correct actions will be marked. Because the bare minimum is just to bring what you're supposed to bring. Okay, ready checks, and then we'll go again. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, all parties ready. Counting down. Let's do this.
Stand on your stance. Perception, get ready to scan for traps.
So watch out for traps. Please don't step in traps. Someone step in the trap, huh? Be careful. Asuna, the tank. Okay, thank you.
All traps found. All slimes.
All traps. One. Okay, all traps found for golems as well. Okay, but one of them was accidentally popped. Okay, let's be careful of the middle trap, huh, guys. I'll be popping the middle trap on golem side.
Office is ready. Office is ready. Southwest is ready. All rooms ready. Get ready to pull your last slime in 3, 2, 1. Pull now. Once it has fused and started casting Rapture, you can go out. Okay, everyone go out to the northeast. Avoid the traps. Careful. Alright.
For deaths. Check for deaths.
Any death in slime? Otherwise.
Just check your party lah. I think to make this easier, usually we just check our party list. If no one's dead, just carry on. Then
Can I suggest Fresh to actually main tank this now that they've seen the fight?
Okay lah, you decide lah.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
mind.
If anyone wants to
yeah.
volunteer, yeah.
Yeah, I know. No, I understand. Because we need to get a new batch of like players to help to take the roles and responsibility. If not, every time it's us the mentors, no one learns anything lah. So I understand. Okay lah. You're like scissors, papers, rock, paper, scissors, and see who. You volunteer lah. Just how you choose.
Who wants to assert dominance as tank? Okay.
Okay, Mako will tank. Okay, thank you, Mako. You are now main tank. We'll give you the yes. He has handed it over to you. Okay. Same as before. Ready, check, and then we will get started. This is the last one. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Okay, check your stances. A, B, C, D, E, F, all of them are okay. So only the main tank stuns on, everyone else stuns off. Mako, you just do a countdown and then we will get started.